हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू आवर चैनल। तो आज के वीडियो पे आप और हम एल्जेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशंस के सारे इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म्स और उनके डेफिनेशंस को जानते हैं। एल्जेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशंस आप सब सीखना चाहते हो तो इन सब टर्म्स का पूरा नॉलेज होना ज़रूरी है। तो देखिए, मैंने टर्म्स को लेफ़्ट साइड पे लिख दिया और डेफिनेशन को मैंने पूरा राइट साइड पे लिख दिया। सो वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द टर्म constant. I have given you the definitions in the right side of the constant term. The constant is the number which have fixed value. Even I will show you an example of constant term. It can be a natural number, integers, rational number, and even irrational numbers also. I mean to say, in short, any real number can be a constant number because real number has its own value. Examples like 5, 4, 9, these all are the positive numbers. Even negative number is also a constant number like -11, -17, -2. And rational number or fraction like 4 by 7, 2 by 7, 1 by 4, or -2 by 8, or -8, 4 by 8, sorry. These are also a constant number. Even like number pi. Pi is also has its own value. So all of these are constant number. Now let's move to our next term, variables. They are the quantities which can take a number of values. They are generally represented by an English alphabet. Okay, I will show you now an example. Variable is an alphabet or term that represents an unknown number or unknown value or unknown quantity. Example like A, B, C, or like X, Y, Z, etc., which represents an unknown number. Now let's move to our next term, which we also call a terms. The term is the part of an algebraic expression separated by sign addition and subtraction. Here I will show you an example of terms. We can add or subtract our term like 2 plus 7x square or 5x 7y. These all are our terms, and like 4y, etc. Now let's see what is algebraic expression. It is a combination of constants and variables connected by the sign of 4 basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I will show you an example of algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is an expression built up from constant number, variable, and algebraic operation. Example like 3x plus 2y and 4x plus y and y minus z. These all are our algebraic expression, like x by 3 minus x by 7. And example like 5xyz. Now let us take three terms like 7x square plus 5x minus 3xy. This is our three terms of algebraic expression. Now let's move to our next terms, that is coefficient or coefficient of a number. And the definition is given in the right side of the coefficient. Any factors or group of factors of a term is called a coefficient of the product of the remaining factors. Now let's see an example of coefficient. The numerical or constant quantity placed before the variable of an algebraic expression is called coefficient. Let's take an example of 13x, where x is our variable and here 13 is our numerical quantity. So coefficient of x is here 13. Let's see another example of 7y. Here in 7y, coefficient of y is 7. Now, my dear friends, comment me the answer of what is the coefficient of 15ab. Without wasting our time, now let's move to our next term, that is polynomials. Algebraic expression in which the power of the variables are all whole numbers and which do not contain a variable in the denominator of any term. If you can't understand the definitions of this polynomial, let's do an example. Polynomial consists of variable and coefficient. We can perform arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, but do not divide by variables. Example 1 be like 5 plus 7y plus 4y square plus 3y cube. Example number 2 be like 4 plus 5x square plus 6x square y plus 8y. In the place of addition, we can also use subtractions as well as multiplication. Now let's go for our next term, that is monomial. I had already given the definition of the monomial on the right side of the term monomial. That is, a polynomial containing only one term is called a monomial. I will also explain this term with an example. Monomial means a single term but can have multiple variables and a higher degree too. Single terms means like 3, it's a constant number, and 4 a constant as well as a variable, 5x, 7xy multiple variables, 7abc, etc. These all are called monomials with a single term. Let's move to our next term, that is binomial. And the definition is a polynomial containing only two terms is called binomial. Examples like 3 plus 7x. 3 is single term and 7x is also a single term. Both combinedly it's make a two term. Binomial is about a two term. 7x minus 3 is also two term. 3x plus 2y is also a two term, and 3a plus b is also a two term. Now let's go for our next term, that is trinomial. It is a polynomial containing only three terms. Examples like 1 plus x plus 5x square, where 1 is one term, x is another term, and 5x square is third term. Total we have three term. Likewise, a plus 2b plus c. Here we also have a three term. And another example is 3x plus 2y plus 2, etc. Now let's move to our next term, that is quadrinomial. A polynomial containing only four terms is called quadrinomial. Examples like a plus 2b plus c plus 4. A is our first term, 2b is our second term, c is our third term, and 4 is our fourth term. Total 4 term. Next is 5x plus 3x square y minus 2xy plus 4. Here is also our fourth term. And now the next is like terms. The definition of like term is terms with same variables and which have the same exponents are called like terms. With an example, we will see what is like terms. 3x, 4x, and like 5x, these all are like terms, same variables. And next we can see 7y, 14y, and what to say, okay, then 7y. These all are also our like term, and etc. And next we will see what is unlike term. Here I given the definition of unlike term. Terms which have different literal factors are called unlike terms. We will also clearly understand the unlike term with an example. 3x, 5xy, here we added y, 4y square, here we didn't put x, and next 4x cube, etc. Now let's see the term what is a degree of a polynomial. The definitions of the degree of a polynomial is the greatest sum of all the powers of variables in any one term is called the degree of a polynomial. Friends, if you want to improve your mathematics and want more videos, then like the video and click subscribe and the bell icon. Let's do this together. Several terms that contain different power of same or different variables. So, the degree of a polynomial is the highest power of the variable. Here, 3x cube plus 2x square plus x plus 1. Degree is here 3 because in variable x, 3 is the highest power in the term 3x cube. Let's see one more example. 4 plus 2a square or 2a power 2 minus ba square plus 7a to the power 9. Here the degree is 9 because 7a to the power 9 has the highest number of power. Now let's see the degree of a monomial. And the definition is the sum of all the powers of variables. I had already told you in the same video that monomial is that have only one term. And what is the degree of that one term is, let's see. Minus 7y. We have no power means 1y. So our degree is 1. Likewise, no power means single x. It means 1x. So our degree is 1. But here we don't have variable. We don't have variable means we don't have power or we don't have degree. It means that is 0. Now let's go for the last term of this video, that is literals. And the definition is the letters which are used to represent numbers. Literals is nothing but only an English alphabet that represent numbers. Every letter represents a number. Example like X, Y, Z, etc. These all are numbers.